Duck Seazon. There's Duck Seazon. Wu Tang. There's a lyric. Steve Rifkind must be sniffing. RZA says it. Yeah. I need you to explain that lyric.
I'm still trying to figure it out. I know the lyrics. Steve Rifkind must be sniffing. Something with Monica.
That's the one.
How that was all through our. This is just my take.
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck RZA is. Because I definitely wasn't, as much as I love Monica and she's a wonderful and a beautiful woman, we never had that relationship where I was sniffing her pussy.
Of course, of course.
But I think it was how he was signed to Tommy Boy.
Yeah.
And they dropped him.
Yeah.
And as they were dropping him, we caught him.
Right.
So I think that there's something.
Okay, no, I saw something like that too, but I wanted to get it from the man himself.
So that's what we never had a conversation about it.
Yeah.
No, because I did say to him, I go, you think? He goes, nah. He goes, it's a metaphor for something, but you have to figure it out. And
that's it.
And that's it. So that was that's typical RZA.
Yeah. I want to do a little series when you first met. And I want your first impressions of the specific artist I'm going to name. Okay. So when you first met, and I'll say an artist, and you tell me. So when you first met Mobb Deep, what were they like? Who was the most vocal? Who was the most quiet? Who kind of shone out for you in those first kind of meetings and first impressions?
The first meeting I had was P never showed up. He got sick. It was just Havoc.
Right.
I thought it was great. We had the meeting. He goes, "Where's the bathroom?" He goes into the bathroom and he lights a blunt. and
typical Mobb Deep style, of course.
And it was amazing because we didn't even have offices in New York yet. We were working out of the RCA building on 45th and Broadway.
Right.
And the smoke alarm went on, and they're like, "Who the hell is this?" And I said, "All right, we're signing him on the spot." Just heard some records. I was like, "All right, this is."
Were there any records that made the album, or was it just
the Shook Ones Part 1?
Oh, you heard that one. Oh, fantastic. Okay. Let's try this one. When you first met Melanie Fiona. Your first impressions of her?
Wow. When I first met Melanie, I met her in the studio. I just signed 3 girls. We just signed Tammy Chin, Chantel, and this girl Sheree.
Okay.
And I was like, what am I going to do with another girl?
Yeah.
And her manager was breathtakingly beautiful, and I just became single. So I was just
like... I see how you're working.
I said, let me fly you guys to New York. And every time I heard the record, I couldn't say no. And then the manager I found out was married, and just she ends up being one of the smartest, and I think I'm developing her as to be an incredible executive.
Yeah.
Who became just a very close friend, like a real confidant. When I have girl problems, she's the one I go to.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
But yeah, so I fly him up to New York, and we're actually having a showcase with the 3 girls and with benefit for breast cancer.
Right.
And we couldn't say no, and the woman who I was having deal with Melanie, she was just like giving me like, if you don't sign, I'm going to kick the shit out of you, And I said, do you guys want to perform? I said, be here tomorrow morning, which we're going over the production schedule. And that was I flew him to New York. I met them on a Friday. I flew him to New York on Monday. Saw him on Tuesday. We did the show on Thursday.
Okay. What about Dame Dash? First time you met Dame Dash?
Damn, I met Dame when he was 16 years old.
Yeah, when he was 16. What was he as?
He's a cocky motherfucker. But I love him to death. Him and his cousin. They were managing. Was it Original Flavor?
Yeah, Original Flavor.
And we were doing the street marketing for Atlantic.
Yeah.
And then they came screaming, and I just started laughing. Like, look at these 2. They were 16 years old. Telling me what to do, but I knew he was going to be. I knew both of them were going to be very successful.
Right.
And it was my dad actually managed his cousin's dad.
Right.
So I just took an instant liking to them. I mean, I let them scream. It was. When they left, my guys would say, what do you want us to do? Like, go. What do you mean? What do you want us to do? I mean, he goes, we don't let anybody. I'm like, let them just go.
Yeah.
They're good kids. And I speak to Dame, 2-3 times a week still. Brilliant. And I think he's brilliant.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he gets mistaken for being. He is very cocky. He is very arrogant, but he gets the job done. He knows what he's doing.
Nobody else has a heart.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's sad, what happened. I mean, I don't even. To the end of the day, I really don't even know what happened with him and Jay.
No, neither. I think a lot of people don't.
And you know what? But I remember when Loud was, I'm not gonna say at our peak, but I remember them just starting, and I remember seeing like this vinyl wrap Mercedes 190, the little small one,
right?
That said Rockefeller, and I don't know what the hell I was walking by myself. It was weird, and I said these guys could be our competition, and I don't even think they had a record out yet, or they might have just put out Jay's first record. So, you know, I mean, what Jay's doing, I take my hat off, and you know, and Dame, you know, I still, I wish somehow, you know, because they would really be the company. I mean, Jay's doing incredible, but it is what it is, I guess, man.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I agree. If that reconciliation could happen, it'd be great. Just not for themselves, but for hip hop as well. It'd be a fantastic look. What about Jay-Z then? So when you first met Jay-Z, because I heard the story that they tried to come to you guys before they got signed.
Yeah, they did. You know, most of everybody came to us before. You know, the problem, you know, we were at BMG at the time, so
okay.
And the problem that we had there was, you know, we came out of nowhere with no money, and you know, and then we pretty much, you know, took over the building. And it was just like the executives, you know, there was a new regime, and they didn't want us to have more. I mean, I almost had a fist fight over the deal.
Really?
Yeah. There were two. One was in a 3-week radius. One was over a Wu Tang negotiation where they actually handcuffed me out of the building.
Wow.
And the second one was
Did the executives of Wu Tang?
No, we were negotiating their new deal. And
so at Sony, you mean?
No, this is at BMG.
Oh, BMG, sorry, yeah.
And that was, and they weren't budging, and it was just like, we're talking about $30,000. Let's just give them the fucking money and let's get their second record done and Raekwon's record done.
Right.
And they said, and the you know, the woman told me to go fuck myself. This is like an all-day. It's an all-day function.
Yeah.
And they just we threw, you know, I threw a chair through a window.
You threw a chair through a window.
Yeah.
You get busy, like that's brilliant.
That wasn't brilliant. It was you know.
So what was the second time then? You said 2 times.
That was one time, and then the J.
Okay. So you really want to sign them up?
The chairman's, yeah. I mean, I said we won't let you do it. How's it gonna make us feel with the executives at RCA? And this was the chairman of BMG, not even the president of RCA. And I just wiped out the whole desk. I told him to go fuck himself, and they escorted me out of the building.